Well, this had to happen since I'm going to make a video about going free to play. I wanted to review my $5,000, somewhere between $3,500, $5,000. I don't know. I couldn't look it all up. There's too many transactions to keep count of. I mean, look at all of this stuff, man, on this account. It's way too much. Okay, so I'm going to try to break it down to you in order. The first banner that I ever spent on at all was for Venti, and he was the only character, and we kind of got him right away. He's also naked right now. His VV's on some other animal character. We got Venti, and he's still a heyday maker character, still in 2022. A little bit less so because the Spiral Abyss is the hardest thing, and a lot of the enemies in floor like 12 can't be pulled. But outside of that, the first banner I really went in on was, I think it was Klee's banner. And we got Klee, obviously, but we were pulling for Noelle Constellations, if I remember right. Look at Klee, 80, sad. Noelle, C6 right away. She broke something mathematically in the game because crit chance, crit damage, attack are the big things in your damage multiplier. And you've seen this character wreck on this channel if you've been here for a long time. Now with all the new supports, 50, 60, 70, 80K. We've broke 110K damage on a normal attack with this maid, and she's our healer and shielder. So a lot of love has went into this character. Now you don't need, like I have, the red horn Stone Thresher at R5, so she's the first character I went all in, and like the last character I went all in on because of this weapon exclusively. We also have access to, you know, Husk of Opulent Dream set, fairly well rolled. We have a lot of crit chance, a lot of crit damage. We still need a better circlet, but I can't get a good one to drop for the life of me. Please, Mihoyo, bless me on this day. Crit chance main, and then just like 40% crit damage in the substat. That'd be awesome. Just max roll it all the way. Can you even hit 40? I don't know. I want one though. Make it easier. Let's just go through it by the rank here. Mona, we got off banner. I think we got her the first copy from the off banner summons, and we've been using her. She's C1, so you can see we don't really get a lot of off banners when we pull. We have spent, in my opinion, a extremely large amount of dollar bills, but our off banners are basically limited to Diluc and Jean if they happen at all. Our pull videos are always fire, so go check those ones out. And she is rocking, you know, the good old Blizzard Strayer set because she has, well, 100% crit chance against frozen targets, and yes, I have her in a freeze team there. Xingqiu, I just finally sort of min-maxed him out, so we're using the Sacrificial Sword like you should. And for our stats here, we have a lovely 52 crit chance, 134 crit damage, and the prerequisite of like 183 energy recharge. We've had him C6 for a long time because, yes, you get off banners. We never really dedicated ourselves to pull for Xingqiu's constellations on a banner. It just kind of came to us randomly, bought some from the shop, etc. Now, Kujo Sara here. The good old Kujo Sara, Constellation 6 right away on her banner. We did pull for her, but it was kind of easy because she didn't really, you know, she came with a 5-star we wanted, so she wasn't really hard to gain access to, but we came and we grabbed her up, and she's wearing Tenacity set. Not a good set for her, but it's in a specific team setup, please. And then Skyward Harp, so she's gonna have some good stats, 60 crit rate, 189 crit damage, and with C6, she gives herself that 60% crit damage bonus, which is quite substantial. She's very good. Bennett, one of the first characters everyone wants at Constellation 1 for Grand Expectation to get that extra attack buff. Yes, you see it here. We have the C6 activated. We misclicked one day, and everyone was very, very sad, myself included, mainly just me, and then everyone else memed on me about it. So that's Bennett, obviously, C6 Bennett. Albedo, I think was he the first? Albedo, yes, he was the first C6 5-star that I pulled for, and this was just me and some boys hanging out in Discord, doing dumb things and doing dumb bets, you know? What is that phrase? Play dumb games, win dumb prizes. We got him C6. He does not need C6 at all. This crystallization shield, 70%. None of this really all that matters all that much. C1 and 2 definitely are good. Beyond that though, big oof, like plunging attack damage, 30%. no one cares. Maybe Shao mains do, or if you're a Dragon Strike god, that'll help you as well. And he's got the good build, right? We have the Cinnabar Spindle, very friendly, free-to-play weapon. We're rocking the Husk set as well, and he's on C6. He sees a lot of limelight in this account here. Yes, it's a very geo-focused account. I mean, check out the most recent Spiral Abyss 12 floor I did. There's five Geo characters out of 8 characters used. So yeah, we're Geo mains here. Zhongli, yeah, you expect him to be C6? No, he's Constellation 0 Zhongli, still use him all the time. He's rocking Noblesse Oblige 4-piece set. Nothing super substantial here. He's usually using either Black Tassel or Staff of Homa, one of the two, but Staff is on a different character right now. We already talked about Venti. Eula was the second 5-star character I went all the way in on, and I think someone stole her circlet right now, which is fine. Yes, she is Constellation 6, and I think the highest hit goes to Eula on this account. It's something like 1.3 million or something like that, and it wasn't against, you know, some hyper thing, Mona, Bennett, alt, yada yada. It was just against like a thing in the Spiral Abyss one day. We also have access to the Wolf Gravestone at R2, but we also picked up, well, the Unforged R5, because I think it shared a banner with something that we wanted, and we got the Unforged a whole ton, so that's a little bit of a yikes there. But I usually pair her with Zhongli, so you know what? That's a lot of attack percent, 80% from this weapon. We can kind of face roll whatever with Eula. We'll pull her out from time to time. She's cool. She reminds me of a character named Frivia from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. She's also in War of the Visions, so I had to go all in on this mainstay DPS, although she fights against the maid for a spot in a lot of teams there. Now, Ganyu was the third character that I went all in on to make a point. So I made a video that Ganyu is whale bait, because Ganyu, and a lot of people misread that, plays entirely differently at C6 than she does at C0. She's still incredibly amazing at C0, and I made that perfectly clear in the first 30 seconds of the video that apparently 50% of the audience skipped. But at C6, this character plays like a ninja bow assassin, like your max level in Skyrim, and no one can touch you anymore. You're flying around, dashing back, shooting arrows, popping your ult, dash around, instant charge shot, you know, use the animation cancel for another charge shot. It is absolutely wild there. And then we also have her with Amos Bow, rank 4. I think all of these actually came from the normal standard lineup banner. I didn't have to actually pull on an Amos Bow banner. We've just gotten a lot of them throughout the days there, and she's got 18% crit rate, which is functionally over 100% against, well, frozen targets, because we're running Blizzard Strayer set. She gets 20% bonus from her own talent, etc., etc. We're running with Diana, so we have ×2 Kra resonance, and yeah, that's a lot of crit rate right there. It's like around 100% on her Frost Flake Bloom there. Ayaka, we pulled to make a video on, and we got her like right away, and she's Constellation 0. Still love her. She fights for spots with Ganyu, and well, am I going to use a C0 Ayaka, or I'm going to use a C6 Ganyu? I'll let you decide on that one. Yay Mikko was the latest character that we tested the waters on, just used up our save stuff, and decided to go around this point free to play, because there's no reason to have anything anymore in this game as far as content's concerned. And we got 2 of her back to back almost. I think it was a total of 4 10 pulls, and we got 2 Yay Mikko. She's using Lost Prayers to the Sacred Winds, which is a little bit worse than her own specialty book, the Kagura. So if you have Lost Prayers, definitely check that one out. It's definitely worth it. And her artifacts are messed up right now, so let's not look at those. Ryden Shogun was, I think, the final character. I'll probably be wrong. The final character I went super all in on, because, well, I mean, have you seen her in the storyline? And we went all the way on this character. I made myself certain that this is the only time I'm going to do this. So we have her Constellation 4. I don't really care about 5 or 6. Honestly, the 6 doesn't really do a whole lot. Very oof. And Constellation 5 is kind of whatever. I didn't even really want Constellation 4, but we miscounted in the stream, and we had to pull another one. So that was a little bit of a mistake. And then we got R5 Engulfing Lightning at the same time. And I don't even think we spent $500 to get R5 Engulfing Lightning as well as her to C4. We got ridiculously lucky on that banner. We're talking, if you want to pity all of that stuff, what is that, like $2.5 grand, 2.8, right under $3 grand? We got everything for like 500, which was absolutely dumb there. So we test our luck, and sometimes we play dumb games and win really good prizes. The Traveler. We used to use her C6 in Electro form. Still a very fun free-to-play character. Use her with the Sacrificial Sword, and she's a fantastic battery. Or if you have Aether instead of Lumine, you know, obviously he instead of she. Followed up by Hu Tao here. Now, Hu Tao, we have her at Constellation 3. So we kind of pulled for C3, got her pretty quickly. A little bit there. Guide to the Afterlife, getting those extra levels is the big one. And then this one right here, her C1 Crimson Bouquet, not consuming charge attacks is very big for her. And then for her weapon, we have R1 Staff of Homa here. You could go all the way in on R5, but just having a staff alone is good enough. And we use her on the Shimenawa's Reminiscence set because mine is extremely well rolled. As you can see, I have 35,000 HP, 156 Elemental Mastery, which is pretty big because you use her in Vaporized teams all the time. 66 crit rate and 229 crit damage. I know someone's going to put me in the ground and be like, mine's better than yours. I'm sure it is, man. I'm sure it is. I'm sure you got C6, R17, Staff of Homa. You know, you got 9,000 Elemental Mastery. You got me there. Now, Yunjin, though, Yunjin is one of my favorite 4-stars of all time here, because if you're a normal attack focused unit, she's gonna do wonders for you here with her Elemental Burst, the Cliff Breaker's banner. It's a game changer, and she is so easy to build. Just get yourself some Husk of Opulent Dream set and just roll defense, defense, defense. And if you can get a little crit rate on the side, that'll be cool, right? Little crit rate, 49 crit rate, and throw Favonius Lance on her, and she's the ultimate normal attack buffer, battery, counter shield character like in the game. She's very fun to play, and there's a lot of characters out there that aren't like super top tier of the meta, but if you want to use them in the Abyss, but you're having a little bit of hard time with them, Yunjin will be that difference for you. So if you have access to her, go ahead. We also have her C6, which will do like a little bit of bonus attack speed here. The cooldown on her E is a little bit reduced here. Normal attack damage increase on the C2 is very nice. C4 though is kind of trash, so I would go for like 2, I guess, and just stop. If you ever see her again, she was a free character. She's fantastic still at C0. Noelle, we already talked about you. Get out of here, girl. Ning Wong with the hot dress, looking out. I haven't used her in a while. We have done a video on Ning Wong with Yunjin in the video as well, because if you have her C1, when her normal attack hits, it does AoE damage. It will apply all of the charges from Yunjin's talent in her Elemental Burst to everything that Ning Wong does, which is very good. It makes her incredibly powerful. We're talking like 30, 40, 50k charge attacks AoE in the right build. Super awesome. Or not charge attacks, normal attacks, my bad. In an AoE with that Constellation 1. She's super cool. I love her new outfit, and I need to use her more, honestly. I already used 5 Geo characters. Where's the 6th, 7th, 8th one gonna go? Where's it gonna go, Hoyoverse? Beidou, my old girl that went with Eula. You remember the old Eula team comp? It's probably one of the best teams still. I want to trade tactics all the time, Beidou. She's fantastic. She is C6 4-star. Xinyan also C6 comes out. We don't use her all that much. That's why she's got an empty thing. I might make a video where like I maxed out the worst character in Genshin Impact. She is 90. So maybe I should make a video on her. I need to level up her normal attack talent limit, and then maybe like Rift Revolution, and then try to do Abyss with her. She is so hard to use. I actually think she's probably the worst character in Genshin Impact. Now, Klee came from pulling for Noelle's constellations. Klee is, what constellation are you? She's C2, which was cool. The Humpty Dumpty Jumpty Dumpty defense down. I hate that skill because it just kind of like, and then enemies like tiptoe around it like they're ninja masters. Absolutely terrible the entire time. I haven't used her really for a long time. I used her a lot when she first came out. She's just so clunky, and she's just like animation canceled me, or like, oof. I know there's a lot of Klee fans out there. I understand you can use her in end-game content. You can do that for most characters. By the way, I've seen Lisa do like some major number, 130, 140, 50k with her charge attack E at max. Oof, it's very nice. Now Goro here, using them all the time. built just like our good old girl. Hey, your name's Yunjin. Just like Yunjin, here, Husk of Opulent Dream set, and we have him built for defense. Healing bonus on the circlet for one of his constellations, an energy recharge here. His weapon is the Favonius Warbow, rocking a little over 58 crit rate, 198 energy recharge. So he has that very powerful elemental burst ready to rock and roll here. We should probably max this out. No, we don't need to. All right, just leave it at 10, fine, 7, it doesn't matter, leave it there. And he's there for the Geo squad. He's gonna give that Geo damage, crit damage bonus up, as well as impregnable with crunch and the resistance to flinch and the defense bonus. He's just a cool guy in a Geo team and is a backbone to a lot of my Geo focused teams here. Now, Rosaria is one of my favorite characters to actually play in Genshin Impact, and she did get a pretty substantial buff through the use of Yunjin, because a lot of Rosaria's damage comes from normal attacks here, and the Crescent Pike gives that giant physical damage bonus up 34.5%, and then it allows you to proc extra damage. Now, Yunjin's Elemental Burst doesn't work on the Pike proc, but you're gonna see like 35k normal attack plus an extra like 4k or something, and she normal attacks pretty quickly, because if you have a constellation here, I think attack speed here at C1 increases by 10%. It increases her normal attack damage, and C6 gives the physical res down, and she has the possibility to increase everyone else's crit rate with is it Shadow Samaritan. She's a very cool character, usually is run as a buffer and not a main DPS. And yes, as you can tell, I like the new outfit over the old one. I wasn't a really big fan of the stockings. Maybe I'm weird, maybe I'm not. Now, Diona is one of the best characters still in Genshin. Don't ask me why she has a prototype Crescent equipped right now instead of a sacrificial warbow. That should be on someone else. I don't know. Why are there 4 more Skyward Harps here? Well, I'll count, I guess. Anyway, she's got a lot of good shielding. This build is trashed here, and I cleared her literally today in the Spiral Abyss with this garbage build. Now, she is C6, obviously. C1 is very nice because it's going to lower the cooldown or the energy consumption of her elemental burst here, signature mix, and she just does a lot of things: shielding, healing, attack down for the enemies, speed up for your active character with a shield on it. It's just a lot of cool stuff. And then round up with Fischl C6, Shingling C6. Apparently we have a C1 Arataki Ito, because I think we're pulling for Goro, and he is currently level 70. That's cool. Hey guys, I got a C0 Alloy. What's crazy? I think you guys all have one too. Tartaglia at C0. This guy's at C6. Was he in like a rerun banner or something? Toma? Don't really use him all that much. The original girl Kaching, dude. She was my first 5-star I wanted, and she is Constellation 3. That is how few off banners we get. C6 Barbara that we don't even use. C6 Diluc, and this man is level 50. 50. Yeah, rub that glove, get out of here. I never want to play with you ever again. C6 Sucrose, C6 Razor, C5 Jean, C1 Shenhei apparently, C6 Changyun, C2 Chi-Chi. Once again, off banner is very rare. They're always Diluc and Jean. C1 Asayu, C2 Kea, C3 Lisa, and Amber. These are the 3 hardest characters to get in the game. And then sadly C3 Yanfei. All right, let's do weapons real quick. So we have Thundering Pulse, R1 Amos at 5, Skyward Harp at 5 with 4 more Skyward Harps. Where did they all come from? We were pulling on something. Was it Redhorn Stone Thresher? We just kept getting Skyward Harps. I think I forgot to set the path too, man. Come on. Lost Pair C2, Skyward Atlas 1, Engulfing Lane at 5, obviously. Jade Wing Spear, Staff of Homa at 1, 5 of Unforged and Redhorn Stone Thresher, 2 of Wolf's. 2 of Wolf's Gravestone here are 4 Skyward Pride, 1 of Reforged Mist Splitter, 1 of Elegy for the End, 1 Aquila Favonius. Then these bows, I don't understand. We have Memory of Dust, Vortex Vanquisher, 2 more Unforges. A Primordial Jade Cutter. We did pull on this. We got it in like 1 shot, so I'm kind of cool with that. Skyward Blade and another Aquila Favonius. Why are you up there with your sister? Oh, because you're level 1. Very sad. And then obviously like all the 4-star books, like they just happen. All the 4-star weapons just kind of happen. Although as far as Battle Pass goes, we do have Serpent Spine maxed out as well as the Black Sword. I don't think we have any of the other BP weapons. Oh, we do. We have a death match. We need to level this up to test it on the Yunjin and just We never did. As far as artifacts goes, we have a lot of level plus 20 artifacts that are pretty good. If they're plus 20, they're equipped to a character. They've got pretty good substats, main stats on them. They could be better, obviously. Artifact RNG is Artifact RNG. So that's my Genshin Impact account. And well, if you want to see why I'm going free to play, check that one out in the future. Until then, guys, have fun. I'll see you in the next one.